NBC News is, we were talking yesterday. Harrison Butker did that commencement speech at Benedictine College, and he was awesome. Mm-hmm. He was really great.
We were like, boy, there hasn't been any blowback on this. That's wild. There's nothing to push back on him on. Nothing he said was offensive or wrong or whatever. But we were surprised. Why is the left being so quiet on this?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, it took him a day or two, but they're not quiet about it anymore. Here's NBC News that apparently pissed off at him.
Kansas City Chiefs kicker Harrison Butker is facing harsh criticism after a controversial commencement speech that he gave at Benedictine College's graduation this weekend.
Well, you decide if it's harsh criticism, because the NFL player is accused of making some sexist, homophobic, and political comments. Take a listen to this.
I think it is you, the women, who have had the most diabolical lies told to you. Mm-hmm. How many of you are sitting here now about to cross this stage and are thinking about all the promotions and titles you are going to get in your career? Some of you may go on to lead successful careers in the world, but I would venture to guess that the majority of you are most excited about your marriage and the children you will bring into this world.
Oh, wow.
With excitement and pride.
That was
not the deadly sin sort of pride that has an entire month dedicated to it, but the true God-centered pride that is cooperating with the Holy Ghost to glorify Him.
NBC News correspondent Kathy Park joins us now from Knoxville, Tennessee, with the details. Kathy, can you tell us a little bit more about the reaction there? We heard a little bit of it after he mentioned that he kind of took that dig at Pride Month. He was also very critical of President Biden in the speech. What else did he say?
Okay, that's your gun.
Yeah, hey there, Vicky. So, this was a 20-minute long speech, and there were a couple themes that stood out, and it's receiving a lot of backlash, especially on social media. First of all, Butker goes on to talk about the erosion of traditional Catholic values, even pointed to Catholic priests and bishops for, quote, misleading their flock. He also went on to talk about a woman's role and even pointed to his own home life and talked about his wife who decided to become a homemaker and decided to forego a career, and she's happy with that decision and talked about
she's
that
happy
theme
with it
as well. You mentioned he also took a swipe at Pride Month and also was very critical of President Biden. In fact, he said, quote,
critical
our
of
nation
President
is led by
Biden?
a man who publicly and proudly proclaims his Catholic faith, but at the same time is delusional enough to make the sign of the cross during a pro-abortion rally.
Right.
As you can imagine, he did not hold back, and this commencement speech has circulated very quickly online. In fact, a former Kansas City commissioner wrote, Harrison Butker doesn't represent Kansas City, nor has he ever. Kansas City has always been a place that welcomes, affirms, and embraces our LGBTQ community members. Another person online wrote that, I've never even heard of him until today, and he did a bang-up job of becoming one of the most hated men in North America in the space of one 20-minute speech full of bigotry and misogyny.
Oh
my gosh. Now, don't you think NBC would have played the harshest clips that they had?
Yeah.
That's what they had?
Yeah. Well, because how dare you say that a woman is happy being a homemaker? How dare you say that?
And he said Holy Ghost.
And
you can't say that.
And his dig at Pride Month.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, what a dig it was when he said, I'm not talking about the pride that has a whole month devoted to it. Whoa, boy, that was offensive. What the hell?
Well, that's homophobic.
If
you say anything,
you can't.
Anything that's not glowing praise, then you're a homophobe.
It was interesting that
it's unbelievable.
The most criticism they said were, and somebody else said this online, and somebody tweeted this. And,
right. Yeah, I know.
Wow. Here we are 5 days removed from the speech, 6 days, and that's the criticism you got. And you had the Kansas City commissioner, which, by the way, I was sent this morning a couple of tweets because the city of Kansas City is like every major American city. Mm-hmm. It's just deep blue. It's gross. It's communist, quite frankly. But look at this tweet that went out yesterday. It said, just a reminder that Harrison Butker lives in the city of Lee Summit. Excuse me? Are we trying? Who's running this Kansas City social media account trying to dox this guy who has a wife and 2 small children? And then they tweeted out, our bad.
We apologize for our previous tweet.
We apologize, yes.
It was shared in error.
Was it?
So, yeah, and
Was it?
By the way, you spoke in error, too. Maybe it should have been, we apologize for our previous tweet.
So they're doing what they can.
It wasn't shared in error.
Yeah, to drop some breadcrumbs.
They did that on purpose.
Go find him.
Yeah.
Let's make his life a living hell.
Right.
By the way, Greg Price tweeted out that there is currently a petition calling for the Chiefs to release Harrison Butker. Again, arguably the best kicker in the National Football League.
They're not going to. I hope. I mean, if they do, I'd be very surprised.
Such a great point from Greg Price. He goes, you think of all the horrible things current NFL players have done. Tyreek Hill beating his kids, Deshaun Watson with the masseuse stuff, various deadbeat dads. But no, we're going after the guy who suggests, hey, women, you've been lied to.
Yeah.
This is the real American dream. I mean, this world is upside down. And I hope the Chiefs remain strong.
Me too. They have a really good coach.
Have they commented about it?
I haven't seen anything.
I haven't seen it yet. If they let him go, that's going to be incredibly disappointing.